That'd be pretty good. But yeah, just getting ready for some earnings. Got some big ones tonight. Microsoft. We've got Facebook, Google, Starbucks. Who's the other couple? Quite a few. So I've just got CNBC on the screen next to me. So we'll just see how some of the earnings do. Apple probably relying on iPhone numbers. Depends. There might be some MacBook sales because of people working at home. Facebook, judging on Snapchat and Pinterest, their earnings might be decent. It depends on like active users. See how much of the boycott comes back, and revenue comes in from people back advertising on Facebook. I think Starbucks will be decent. Work at home trend, but yeah, just let me know if the sound's working. No one posted if the sound's working. Or the microphone's working. Is the microphone working? Yeah, got a few comments saying it's all right. There's always one person that puts no, and then you're like, is it actually not working? Cool, cool. So I think they all come out in about 9 minutes ish. So we'll just wait a few minutes. But yeah, Pinterest were excellent the other day, which is great. So I've got a video tomorrow about that. So I've never done a stream at 9 o'clock actually before, so this is a late one. Um, so yeah, we'll see. This should all come in about 8 o'clock ish. So we'll see at 8 o'clock some of the earnings started streaming. What price do I see Boohoo going to by the end of the year or next year, 2021? Probably 500 ish. I'd see it there, but Boohoo, like literally anything could come out the next day with them lot at the moment and send the price down. To be fair, so yeah, we'll see. Not long to go, 8 minutes ish, and then we'll start probably getting a few earnings in. Just got TNBC next to me, so we'll watch some of them roll in. But yeah, I'd say that I expect Facebook to beat. I reckon Starbucks will beat. Amazon will beat. Apple, I'm not sure on Apple. Probably beat. So we'll see on that one. Um, so yeah, not too long to go. Not too long to go. Big earnings, big earnings. Like chaos, isn't it? All the big ones. Google. I've got a feeling Google might miss. We'll see what happens with that one. Um, my portfolio: Legal, Lloyd's, Stobart, and Powerhouse Energy. Don't know Powerhouse Energy. Legal in general is a good one. Lloyd's, I'd prefer Barclays over Lloyd's, but still not too bad, depending on what price you got it anyway. Stobart, I think if I remember off the balance sheet, it's pretty ugly at the moment. So I don't know if I'd touch that one if I were you, to be honest with you. Shell increased the dividend by 0.65 cents. Yeah, starting to get the dividend back, but it's one of those. I'm not a fan of the oil stock. There's just so many problems going on with that oil sector. Just wouldn't touch it if I were you. It's very risky. AO World, I've not looked into them. Own all of them apart from Google. It's a big earnings day for you. I think Tapestry did quite well today. I think they were up quite a bit. Still some big ones next week. I think Peloton are next week. I think Square are next week. PayPal are next week. Beyond Meats are next week. I've actually got my notepad here with them all down. When they're all reporting, there's a lot of earnings next week. If I can find the page that I've written them all down somewhere. So professional. I've lost it. I've actually written the earnings down somewhere and I can't find them. Okay, here we go. So Dropbox is next week. GWPH is next week. We've got Revolve next week, and Alibaba next week, and then there's even some big ones after that. To be fair, the week after that is Huya. So yeah, obviously the company I own. In Mode, another one. The week after that's Workhorse as well. So yeah, next 2 weeks are still pretty big earnings. coming ahead. So Rolls Royce. I'm actually going to make a video on Rolls Royce, and I'll make a video on Aston Martin as well tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, Pinterest, insane, wasn't it? Absolutely insane day. What was it? What did Pinterest end up? Um, Pinterest. What did it end up doing? 27%. Ah, not too bad. Still good, isn't it? No problem, Pete. It's one of those, isn't it? Um, the stock market goes up so slowly, and then all of a sudden when it goes down, it's like poof, it absolutely sinks. So, where do you prefer to get your earnings reports from? I'm currently watching CNBC right now, so we'll wait for them to come in. But yeah, Seeking Alpha is a good one. Got Emmanuel Finance in the chat. How are you doing? 85% up on Peloton. Wow, that's decent. You must have got a decent entry price on that. Are you thinking about selling that one? I'd be interested to know. Thoughts on Visa? Yeah, good. Yeah, good price right now. I would be tempted. I'm tempted to buy myself. So yeah. GWPH. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Its earnings coming up soon. GWPH is next week on the 3rd, so that's coming up. Workhorse contract. Don't know. Don't know. Are you interested in buying Zoom on this? I don't know what I'm on about. Zoom. I didn't know it was dipping, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Let's see what Zoom's doing. It would probably have to dip a lot for me to be interested in it, to be fair. Yeah. 13%. It still have to be a bit lower for me. Still have to be a bit lower. We'll be holding Peloton. Lots more to come. Yeah, they do have a lot of potential. I think the price is just a bit too much for me. Fast, the good price. Yeah, I just think it's too far off profitability for me, but I don't blame you for jumping on the dip. I always say, this is your time. Any plans for the 5,000? No. We're not too far off, to be fair. We're not too far off at all. What do you think of Legal & General? Good divvy, but price not being too good. Yeah, I mean, it's a dividend play, innit? That's the thing. My UK house builder stock is back at COVID lows. Wish I had more. Yeah, try get a 20% cash pile. That's what you need right now. So yeah, just have a quick. I'm reading loads of questions, and I've just gone off CNBC. What time are we on? 19:58, so about 2 minutes away. Win Resorts, yeah, cheap prices. I nearly bought some Win this week. Been buying a few this week, to be fair. I don't know. In Motion and Escape Up. Are they UK companies? You'll have to let me know on that one. Yeah. Rightmove took a little dip as well. I nearly thought about buying that one this week. I think this week I bought 6 stocks. So yeah, been a bit buying this week. Probably say on Saturday what it was that I did eventually go buy. But yeah, Gang. I know when's Gang's earning? I've got it written down here, 19th. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, very cheap prices on Gang. How many people watching? 84. Not bad. Don't normally do live streams on a Thursday, but like we say, it's one of those. Just so many big earnings in there. UK small caps less than 10 million in Motion do VAR equipment. Nice. Can see that being a big market. The Gerch. Always in the comments. I'm late to arrive. I do hope I haven't missed a sexy dance or anything of the sort. Not yet. Not on a Thursday night. Favorite semiconductor stock? Nvidia. Yeah. But just at too high prices for sure. I like AMD as well. Just prices too high. Dropbox, yeah, big fan of Dropbox. Might have bought some of that this week. I'll probably say on Saturday exactly what, but might have bought some. I think anything under like 19 or 18 is just so cheap for that, innit? I know you're a fan of Hollywood Bowl. Do not think its market cap is too small. It's a UK company. UK companies are smaller, so it makes sense for it to be smaller market cap. So it's one of those, you know. So yeah, so the market's just closed anyway. Twitter reports too. Yeah, forgot about that. Twitter reports. I saw the put this morning. Bet earnings good. Yeah, I bet Twitter earnings are good. So we'll see what happens there. Leisure is too risky right now. Yeah, it depends really. What is your sell limit on Aston Martin? Don't own it. Don't own Aston Martin. Bit too far off for me to own. Softcat is a company I need to look in actually, so I need to add that. Thoughts on Intel? Intel. I don't blame you for getting in here, but still not a huge fan of it at the moment. Switchback, I don't know that well. Facebook earnings, I expect them to be good. Yeah. Softcat and Computer Center are good bets for me. I need to look into them too. Barrick Gold, don't own. Thoughts on declining S&P 500? Got a video coming tomorrow. Yeah, 1 o'clock. So we'll wait for that one. So yeah. So there's no numbers out just yet. We're only 2 minutes past 8 o'clock. It's weird, isn't it, that our clocks have gone back, but the US hasn't gone back yet. So like the market closes at 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock now. Throwing me out big time. From the UK anyway. So still nothing reporting yet. Bitcoin, not my area. Don't know it well enough. Happy with the stock market. Should open up Market Watch. Is that the site? How many people watch it? 122. Nice. 124. Nice. I think that's one of our busiest live streams. Yeah, that's the thing is CNBC that we've got an earnings alert. Amazon 62 billion versus 96 billion versus 92 billion on revenue. After hours it's up 1%. EPS 12.37 compared to 7.41. Right, EPS is nearly double what's expected. That's pretty good. Thing is though, Amazon's priced to perfection right now. So, I mean, that EPS beat's crazy. So yeah, revenue 96 billion versus 92 billion. So 4 billion beat on revenue. EPS is nearly double. But the stock's only moving about 1%. It's priced to perfection. So it needed them earnings. That's why it's not moving loads. You know, if it was any other company that came out with that profit beat, 20-30% upwards. But because it's Amazon, it's kind of just chilling on 2% right now. But still, very good beat on that profit front. The thing is with CNBC is that when you watch it, it's like 1 minute behind the earnings. So if you're on like something like Yahoo Finance or Seeking Alpha, it's a little bit behind. So you might get the earnings through quicker than what I do if you're tracking on something else. No mention of Boohoo. Sponsored by Boohoo. They haven't paid me to do another video yet. You know, actually, there's a few people that thought I was serious about that. What do I watch CNBC on? I'm currently watching it on Sky Go. I've got it on my computer right now. Yeah, so I've got it on my computer right now. I normally watch it on my phone, but I'm live streaming off my phone, so I've got it on the computer. I will. Oh, I can't do it that way. I was gonna. I could actually. I could actually show you, but I might actually accidentally end the stream. I don't want that to happen. We've got another earnings alert. It is Google, 46 billion compared to 42 billion. So 4 billion beat on revenue. Shares are up 7% after hours. That's good. Profit $16 versus $11. So about a $5 earnings beat there. That's good. Yeah, up 7%. Really good earnings from Google. See, Google's at a lot better valuation. So you can see like good earnings have moved that up because it's a more of a not a price to perfection stock. Still pretty overvalued, well, fair valued, but nothing like Amazon. That's why Amazon brought earnings just as good as Google out, but it hardly moved. But 8%, that's good. Any Google shareholders? BT shares went up 10% this morning, then dropped like a stone. Huh. I knew they had earnings this week. Twitter crush Q3. Just not out yet on CNBC. Facebook just popped. Cool. So we've only got Amazon and Google so far on CNBC. But yeah, Google up 8% now, 8.5% if anyone's a Google shareholder. Good earnings then. Very good earnings. Up 9% now, Google. Very good. Stock's 1,700. I was so tempted to buy this as well when it dropped to that 1,400 mark. Ooh, Amazon is now down in after hours. Only down a little, about 0.19%. So it's pretty flat, really. But it's crazy, Amazon. Amazon come out with an EPS beat, $12 versus $7, and it's down. There's no other company that could bring earnings out like that and then go down. Nuts. So yeah, Google, Amazon. We've got Facebook, Apple, Starbucks, and Twitter still to go. So still pretty good. Nothing on Apple yet. Just had Amazon and Google. Why do shares go down despite good earnings figures, i.e., Tesla and Microsoft? Just price to perfection. The stocks are so highly priced that they bring amazing earnings out, and it's what everyone expects. And it doesn't move it. Price to perfection. Amazon, look at their earnings that they've just brought out now. Unbelievable, but stock's not moved because it's priced to perfection, and that's what I say. When you buy overvalued stocks, they can do amazing things, but it's all priced in, so your stock doesn't go anywhere. It only goes up 10-20%. So that's the problem with buying a lot of these companies that have such rich valuations, like your Amazon and Tesla. Good steady returns. Don't get me wrong, and they'll do well over 5 years, but they're expected to do well. That's the thing. So what are we on? 201 watching, crazy. I think this is the biggest live stream. So yeah, I've only had Amazon and Google so far. And my CNBC stream has just frozen, which is great. Hope it's not the internet. I think Apple, Alphabet, sorry. I think Google is now 14% after hours, I believe. It's crazy. Tell you, my internet is playing up on my stream. I've lost CNBC at the moment. Which ain't good. Let me just close it off and go back on it. Come on. What am I expecting from Gang and Hugh? Yeah, Gang I expect to beat, judging by what all the other casinos have brought their earnings out. Who, yeah, should be decent. Should be decent. New consoles and everything like that. So yeah, it's hard to predict with earnings. Very hard to predict. For some reason, my stream has crashed. Oh, my CNBC stream's crashed. Kind of annoying. Try reconnect. What a time for it to crash. Oh, here we go. Reconnecting. Facebook's out. Miss Facebook. It is down though 2%, and Twitter is down 10%. EPS for Facebook $2.71 versus $1.87, I think it was. So Facebook's down 2%, Twitter's down 10%. Miss Facebook's revenue though. Twitter down 7%. I missed their numbers come up. Because my CNBC app crashed. Sold Pinterest today for 50%. Nice. Nice gains. I think I'm up 200% on Pinterest now and 250% on Pinterest, which is great. I've got in my Twitter user growth. So my stream crashed when Facebook and Twitter came out with their earnings, so I didn't exactly see the numbers. Facebook, from what I saw, was okay though. The revenue seemed okay. The EPS seemed okay. So is Twitter, their user growth, why they're down? So Google's up 6% now. Amazon's down 1.5%. Facebook's down 1.7%. Twitter's down 10% right now. So we've got Apple left and Starbucks. Don't know why, but CNBC hasn't come up with Facebook's numbers and Twitter's numbers again since my CNBC crashed, which is a bit of a nightmare. We've got another earnings. Don't know who this is. Starbucks. EPS 51 versus 31. So a decent beat there. About 50% beat on earnings for Starbucks. Revenue 6.2 billion versus 6.06 billion. Little beat on the revenue front. So their shares are up 1.3% right now. US sales down about 10%, I think it was. China sales down 3%. So yeah, Starbucks 1.3% after hours. Starbucks forecasts global sales in the US to grow 17% to 22% next quarter. Wow. That's a very high forecast. I don't know if that's correct. I ain't got sound on, so I can't listen to what's going on. But that's a very high forecast if it is. Yeah, so Starbucks up 1.2% anyway. So I think that just leaves Apple left. So they're going to be the last ones. I'm surprised with Starbucks offering that guidance, it hasn't gone up more than that. If that was the guidance they gave for the next quarter, that was stupid guidance. I'm surprised the stock ain't popping if that's right. Is anyone else watching it? Is Apple got their earnings out? Not come up on CNBC yet. PG tips right now I'm drinking. I'm curious about Apple, thinking of buying this stock. What do you think? Not these valuations. P's way too high. Might buy Starbucks based on that, although debt load is high. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that number is. It came up on CNBC. It said there forecast 17 to 20% growth. So if that's next quarter, hold on. Earnings, is this Apple? Oh, they've only just got Twitter through. Here we go. $19 versus, sorry, 19 cents versus 6 cents EPS beat. It's down 12% right now, Twitter. Must be the user growth then, isn't it? Daily users, yeah, daily users miss 187 million versus 195 million. Revenue beat, yeah, so it's daily users that killed them. Especially after what Snapchat posted and Pinterest posted. I can't believe how slow CNBC were reporting Twitter's earnings. Wow. Thing is, when you look at Twitter, the platform hasn't changed for so long compared to something like Snapchat, Pinterest, and everything. Damn. Not good. Not good for Twitter. That user growth should have been stronger. I can see why it's down. So I wonder what Google's doing now. I wonder what Facebook's doing. Google was pretty decent last time. Just Apple left. What do you think Apple price should be? What is it now? 400-ish? Oh no, it's had its share split on it now. What is it now? About 100? It should be a bit cheaper than that, shouldn't it, really? 155. 115 or 114. I think they're saying on here that Apple aren't bringing the earnings out for 12 minutes. Don't know if that's right. I think Apple. I think Apple has to be around $70-$80 for me to get interested in it. So it's quite far yet. When's is Disney earnings? Disney earnings are on the 12th of November. So yeah, we've still got quite a while yet. Not next week, the week after. Manual finance, Amazon takes a large chunk of my growth portfolio. Incredible results on the earnings. Prime Day. Yeah, good earnings, good earnings. I'd love to buy Amazon. Just can't get it the right valuation. I've been saying that for like the last 4 years though. When I remember when Amazon was at like $1,000 or whatever it was, even less than that, when it was like 800. And I still said it was too expensive. Should just take the plunge and buy it, but you know, one of those, isn't it? One of those. Yeah, Black Friday. Wow. What do you think of Woolworth stocks? Reckoning by yeah. Turns out it's not them though, is it? It's someone else pretending to be them. Spotify would have been great last year. Yeah. Spotify, Shopify, sorry, yeah. Yeah, Visa at these prices is really interesting. So is MasterCard. We've got an earnings alert. Is this Apple? I don't know. It's not come up with anyone. It said earnings alert on CNBC and then it just didn't come up with anyone. So Amazon's still down 1%. Wonder what Google's doing. I'm not showing me what Google's doing for a while. The next big thing is going to be using VAR headsets to go to sporting and music events. Do you reckon? Hmm. Interesting point. Not sure how Pinterest be. I don't know a single soul who uses Pinterest. Do you know why that is? It's us males. We don't use it. It's not a male thing, Pinterest. That's what it is. There you go. Laura has it spot on. Honestly, everyone at work that I know, any girls at work, use it. Literally. Us blokes are just like, yeah, never heard of it. Do people actually use it? But trust me, they're mad for it. They are mad for it. So Pinterest earnings were really good. Were really, really good. Yeah, crazy. Pinterest was smashed earnings. They were unbelievable. Unbelievable. Why is Facebook down? Up 20% and 20%. I don't know. I'm actually waiting for Facebook. I missed my CNBC stream crash when Facebook earnings came out, and it looked okay. It didn't show user growth, so that might be it. Don't know if any of you guys have seen it. Yeah, my Pinterest shares are doing quite well though. To be fair, like I think 200%, 250%, up quite a bit on them right now. Is Pinterest a buy? Personally, I won't buy now. I think the problem is that Pinterest is it's like Peloton. Like it's got so much COVID helping that numbers that when COVID stops and you take that away from Pinterest, then it's probably going to go down to its actual price without COVID helping it, if you get what I mean. So for me, I personally wouldn't touch it because it's got COVID pushing it now. And if we take COVID out, which will happen at some point, it'll go back down to a realistic valuation. Like Pinterest is currently like a 30 price to sales ratio. So I would say that personally, from my point of view, I'm probably looking at selling out of Pinterest within the next kind of 6 months if it stays at this valuation, because I don't think it will carry on this valuation and carry on them numbers without COVID. So that's where I'm at with it, in my opinion. Wizz Air, great company. Wizz Air and Dart Group, or Jet2, two best airlines for me. Facebook reported decline in users in US and Canada. Ah, right. So yeah, it looks like it's user growth that's killed it. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, Apple earnings 6 minutes. So we'll wait for Apple's earnings and then we'll call it from there. We'll see what they do. Yeah, that's the thing at the moment. There's so many stocks that are being helped with COVID. You've got to realize when you take COVID away from them in a year's time, where they're going to be. And you look at Peloton. Peloton cannot carry that valuation on without COVID. So it's overvalued. Pinterest exactly the same. Can't carry that valuation on without COVID. Drops. Another one that drops. Maybe Zoom you could argue with. They might not be able to do well without COVID. There's probably a few more. If you think about all the stocks that have done well with COVID, those are going to be the ones that uh, you got to judge how, if you take COVID away from them, are they going to still be able to do them numbers? Something that you got to start thinking about now, because I think we're only probably 6 months away from that. So like Pinterest for me, that might be one that I look to sell because I don't believe it can carry on with the COVID situation. So yeah. To buy Visa, can you make it any position size, or would it have to be one of your biggest due to blue chip status? No, I think that you can have Visa as a small position. I think you've got to have a payment coming in your portfolio. I think either Square, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, one of them. Got to have one of them. Is there any news on Gang? Seems to be on a major fall. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, to be fair. But hey, it's like Pinterest 2.0. You know, a few years time, Gang's going to be mental. It's going to be mental company. Potential short some of those stocks when vaccine is confirmed. Potentially. I think Jeremy on financial education, he shorted Peloton, which I think is a very good move. So yeah. Do you think Amazon will open in the negative? Just flat, just how it is right now. Good earnings, but price to perfection. So it'll just carry on staying where it is, I reckon. And then carry on slowly going up from there, I bet. Like it has done for the last few years. How did Tesla do so well during COVID? Well, it announced a stock split. That's how it did. Same with Apple. Both of them announced a stock split. When is Apple's releasing earnings? Apple's releasing earnings in 3 minutes, and then we'll call it time on the stream there anyway. Yeah, Tesla's a great company. Yeah. I don't know. Every virus has its life cycle. COVID's will be longer than normal though because of lockdowns, rather than kind of like, you know, no kind of restrictions. It won't pass through as quick, but yeah. Bought Fastly on the dip. Nice. I bet a few people have bought Fastly on the dip. Didn't buy it myself personally. Am I looking to get back into Tesla? Yeah. I'd get back into Tesla the right valuation. Yeah. Not right now though. Rolls Royce are cheap. What are your predictions on the value? I'm going to do a video on Rolls Royce. So yeah, I'll wait to that. Put it this way, it hasn't changed though. My opinion hasn't changed. So yeah, I think we're about 2 minutes away from Apple reporting. What happened to DraftKings? I'm currently looking into them. I'm gonna read the presentation, go through the investors call, but I don't think I'll buy it. The valuation is too much. Q&A all night. We could. Next time we'll do a Q&A is 5,000. So get me there. I'll do a Q&A for an hour. Roku's done well. Not in Neo. It has to get it has to get a bit more to profitability for me. Not looked into Puma stock. Yeah. Crosshair. Yeah, they look decent. I need to look into them. Is Facebook up now? Yeah, that's the thing with Neo. It is on the right path. It just needs to get further on that path before I jump in. So yeah, I agree with you. TPD investing. Yeah, that's the big worry in it. Yeah, full-time Boohoo promoter. No, I don't do index stock, individual stock pickings like what I want to do. Bigger returns. Right, I think Apple earnings should be out any second. It's supposed to come out at past. CNBC says it's 29 past though, so we're a minute. Saying Apple earnings are out, but there's nothing just yet here. Here we go. EPS 73 cents versus 70 cents. It's close. So EPS was beat by 3 cents. Revenue 94.7 billion compared to 93.7 billion. So a 1 billion beat on revenue. iPhone missed by 1.5 billion. So iPhone's a miss. Services beat by 0.5 billion. Other products beat by 0.4 billion. Mac revenue 1 billion beat. iPad revenue 7 billion beat. Gross margins beat by 0.1%. Not bad. Not bad. Stock is down 3%. Yeah, not bad earnings. Not bad earnings. The problem is that Apple's at the highest valuation it ever's been at, and it's another stock price to perfection now. So even though those earnings are okay, you might see Apple drop a bit here. It's currently dropping about 4% right now. Yeah, hovering around about the 110 range. If I say beat, that means it's so the expectations, what everyone was thinking, they did better numbers than them. So yeah, down 4%. We see what happens in the conference call with Apple. Might be something in the conference call that still could move a bit more yet. So yeah, not bad. I think don't know what Amazon's doing right now, but they're kind of were flat last time. Okay earnings from them. Well, good earnings from them. Google, fantastic earnings. We saw that. Twitter, user miss. Not seeing what Facebook's doing after hours. Anyone know what Facebook's doing? But they seemed okay. Yeah, just the Apple side of it. Be interested to see where that one goes. Currently down 4%. So I don't know. Apple around the $70 mark. Could see me there. Just reading a quote here from Tim Cook. Said there's some tailwinds because of the new models, but 5G is going to be big from what I just read really quickly. Right, I think that's pretty much all of them I've gone through. Something from Tim Cook here again. And yeah, it looks like he's blaming a lot of it on the iPhones. Yeah, so yeah, iPhones is what he's talking about. So yeah, down 5%. So we'll see where that one goes. Like I say, I think Apple has to go $70 before I do probably consider that one. So yeah, I think that's them all. I think we've had all the big ones now. Starbucks, not bad. Apple, Google, Twitter, Amazon, Facebook. I think we've done them all. Not any standout drops just yet. Says there's the conference calls to still come, so there might be some more drops there. see what Apple does. Facebook up 5%. Cool. Twitter down 12%. How do you know what the expected figures are before they come out? There's a few sites that do it. You can go on to Yahoo Finance, CNN. Yeah, you'll get them all on there. So yeah, cool, cool. So Apple's really the only standout one. So yeah, yeah. See where Apple goes. See how much more it drops from here. Say the conference call might move it a bit more yet, but iPhone miss definitely shut the stock a little bit there. But overall, not bad. Facebook at 280, nice, cool. So yeah, Facebook looks like it's done okay. People got over that the user for the US side of it. Like I said, the numbers looks okay on the EPS and revenue front. So I'll have to go listen to the conference call anyway on that one. Google looks strong. Amazon did what Amazon does, and yeah, Apple's the only one that's kind of gone down a little bit. But said before, Apple's valuation is just too much at these sort of prices. So we'll see what goes down. $70 would be a good time to buy if we get there. It's a big drop though. But yeah. With the stock market, I've got a video coming tomorrow about it, so I'll leave it all for there. Um, I'll touch on that, but yeah, I don't think the after election will move it that much. I think it's all pre-election that will. And we've only got 5 days left of that, so yeah, yeah. Apple's numbers were actually not too bad, to be fair. It's just the iPhone side of it, I think, that's made everyone nervous. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna call it there anyway, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the earnings. Maybe if there's another big one, we can do another stream on it. So I hope that was useful yet anyway. And we'll see where Apple goes really. So yeah, thanks for joining anyway. And I'll see you on tomorrow's next episode or video anyway. So see you then.